أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده تعالى واستعين به واستغفره واستهديه وأعوذ بالله العلي العظيم من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. Welcome, dear brothers and dear sisters, inshallah, to our journey with the Holy Quran. We're still in the chapter of Al-Ankabut, the spider. Inshallah, we are in episode number 4 tonight. We'll cover from ayat 14 to 18, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning this ayat some about Prophet Noah, Prophet Nuh, and Prophet Ibrahim. And we'll continue, inshallah, tomorrow the rest. Prophet Nuh with his people. Allah Azza wa Jal said in verse number 14, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا نُوحًا إِلَىٰ قَوْمِهِمْ فَلَبِثَ فِيهِمْ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ إِلَّا 50 عَامًا فَأَخَذَهُمُ الطُّوفَانُ وَهُمْ ظَالِمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Almighty said, we sent Prophet Noah, Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, to his people, staying for 950 years to invite them to monotheism, tawheed, to worship Allah alone. Imagine that, a Nabi, actually he was a messenger, Prophet Noah, and he was the first messenger, because before him, Adam, Idris and Sheeth, they were just prophets. And the first messenger, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him Prophet Noah, Nuh alayhi salam. And he called these people to Allah Azza wa Jal, to worship Allah alone, to the monotheism for 950 years. Imagine that, 950 years. Some scholars, they said he lived for 1050, and after 100 years, he started making da'wah from his life. Subhanallah. And who believed in him? Some scholars, they said 8 people, 12 people, 80 the maximum, and they were from his family. Subhanallah. So that's why Allah Azza wa Jal said, and to discard all false gods and the other deities. These people, they used to worship 5 statues. وَقَالُوا لَا تَذَرُنَّ آلِهَتَكُمْ وَلَا تَذَرُنَّ وَدًّا. The first name, Waddan, the first statue is his name, Wad. Waddan وَلَا سُوَاعًا وَلَا يَغُوثَ وَيَعُوقَ وَنَسْرًا. These are the names of their gods. They were statues. They were pious people, and a couple of generations, they make statues for them. People later, they worship them. And they were pious people, subhanAllah, before. So look at this ayat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they disobeyed Nuh alayhi salam, bringing them themselves to be destroyed by the flood. And they were transgressors. Let me cover this ayah in my way here. I collected about this, the meaning of this ayah here. Nuh alayhi salam, as I said, he was the first messenger from the human. Because Adam, Prophet Adam before him, he was just a prophet. Idris and Sheeth, they were the sons of Adam, they were just prophets. طيب, what is the difference between the messenger and the prophet? The messenger, Allah gave him revelation, a book, and he gave him order to deliver it to others. But the prophet, mostly, he used to get the revelation, but just for himself. Means he was just a qudwa, good example, that's all. For himself and his tribe, those who are around him, the prophet. But the messenger, no. Messenger, he get the message and the revelation, and Allah give him order to deliver the message to those who are around him. And mostly, if the messenger came, like for example, Prophet Ibrahim, he was a messenger and the prophet. Both, Prophet Ibrahim. During his time, Prophet Lot. Lot was a prophet, and the Prophet Ibrahim was messenger. And any messenger, prophet. Not any prophet, messenger. You got it? Yes. For this is exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. For Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا نُوحًا إِلَىٰ قَوْمِهِ. Allah sent Prophet Nuh to his own people. Means they knew him. Like Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah sent him to his own people. لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ. From amongst you, Allah sent a prophet. Means you know him, Rasul, you know him. You know his characteristics, you know his akhlaq, manners. And he's not somebody stranger, you can deny him. Why you deny him? That's why Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when Allah revealed to him and the Jibreel came to him, they told Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, listen, your friend is killing me, he's a prophet. He said, I believe him. Immediately, without asking about miracle, give me proof. He never, Abu Bakr asked him about that. They said, why you believe in him? He said, because he's my friend. I know him all of my life. He never lied to anybody. and he never lied to me. How we cannot lie, not lying to people, and they're gonna lie about Allah Azza wa Jal? Doesn't make sense. See? He never make a lie. How we can make a lie about Allah Azza wa Jal? That's why I believe him. I know him since I were written together. Abu Bakr Siddiq said, and this Sahaba, those who knew, they used to know Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He grew up with them. They knew him very well. As-Sadiq al-Amin, the honest, trustworthy, they call him. They love him. He never lied to anybody. They used to respect him. They used to love him. That's why most of them, they believed in him immediately after he said, I am a prophet. Sayyidina Nuh, he stayed 1000 سنة إلا 50 عاما, 950 years. And there is a difference between sana and al-aam. When Allah says sana in Arabic means 1 year. Sana and aam, sana and aam means a year in English. But in Arabic, no. When Allah say 1000 sana, 1000 years, means, when he mentions sana, means very difficult and hardship during this. If he say sana, like what in Surah Yusuf, yeah. And if he said aam, means prosperity and ease. That's why he said 1000 sana, 1000 years, minus 50 years. Minus 50 aam means 50 years was prosperity and good, but the rest was bad. 950 years bad. See? The point here is, if we come to this point, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his people, they denied him. They tortured his companions. They migrated to Abyssinia, the land of security, and later they migrated to Medina, the land of the faith, Iman. And Rasulullah was so mad and from his people, and he was sad because they're rejecting his da'wah, his call to Allah Azza wa Jal. And Islam stayed in Mecca for 13 years just to plant the seed of La ilaha illallah in their hearts. No rules, no verdicts, nothing. Just La ilaha illallah. 13 years. And Rasul was mad and sad because of that. And Allah mentioned that in the Quran. And Allah said, Ya Rasulullah, there is one messenger like you, his name is Noah. He stayed in his da'wah 950 years. And you are mad for 13 years. Subhanallah. Are you mad for 13 years? Because they are not listening to you? What about Nuh alayhi salam, 950 years making da'wah? Nobody followed him. Just a few people from his family. Subhanallah. That's some kind of what? Not blaming to Rasulullah. Tasliya, share. I share with you, Ya Rasulullah. Allah is telling him, I know what you are suffering. I'm with you. And just Allah is giving him some kind of sabr, patience, and sharing. That's why I'm sharing with you. You know. Subhanallah. That's why the people of Prophet Nuh, Allah Azza wa Jal destroyed them by the flood. Somebody asked me, the flood just in the area where Sayyidina Nuh was there? No. Allah flooded the whole entire earth. It was flood. The whole entire earth was flooded completely. Why you are surprised? Don't be surprised because somebody told me, Sheikh, how? And the people, they make arguments. First of all, 75% of the earth water. Do you agree with me? Now, do you agree with me? Oceans and rivers and all. If Allah Azza wa Jal, this 25, He sent rain and it's coming from the flood, from the sky and from under the ground. Khalas, became flood. What's wrong with that? Already now, 75% water on earth. Of the land, just the land, 25% and the rest water. Don't be surprised when I tell you Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala flood the whole entire earth for this kuffar and He wiped them from the earth. Subhanallah, wiped the earth from them. But anyway, Allah destroyed the people of Nuh not because they were enemy to Allah, no, because of their transgression. They were unjust people. And they were unjust against themselves first because they worship others who said Allah, statues. You worship a statue. Allah is the one who's creating you, is feeding you, taking care of you, giving you everything, providing for you, and you worship a statue. I am creating you, I'm feeding you, and you call somebody else? What is this? Doesn't make sense. Not just that, they were very bad with Sayyidina Nuh. They were enemy to him. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, jama'ah, when He created this universe, some people, they said, non-Muslims, they are trying to find any little mistake about the Quran and Islam. They said, since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the earth, the philosophers, they said that He gives you the order, everything is running itself. Of course not. Allah can do it easy, but of course not. Allah said, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. La ta'khudhu sinatun, he cannot sleep, wala nawm, sleep or slumber can take him. Never. That's why Allah is al-qayyum, everything by him. Allah is not there, everything upside down. But that's why they said everything is going in the system. Since Allah created. No. Verataba. Just la. I give you proof. What is the proof? When the kuffar of Quraysh, they asked Rasulullah to split the moon. He called Allah and the moon being. If Allah created everything in the system, alas, the moon is gonna tie. What else? Do you know Moses, Prophet Moses, when he, with his staff, he hit the ocean, the Red Sea, what happened? 12 ways and Allah frees the water, right? The same stick or staff with Musa, when he was in the land of Sinai with the children of Israel, he used to hit the stone with his staff and what? Gushing water from the sea. But everything is not just by kun fayakun. It is not just the system and the since Allah created is running itself. No, that's why there is a qiyamah. That's why there are too many things. That's why you see some earthquakes every time. You know, subhanAllah, see, everything under the control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By kun fayakun. But that's why very important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Noah, Allah saved Noah alayhi salam with the believers when he gives him order to make an ark, a ship or ark. And this ark or ship, it is not for Noah alayhi salam, it is not belong to him. It is not belong to the believers, only the believers. Allah Azza wa Jal gives him order. You make the ark above the mountain for everybody. The mu'min and the kafir. The one who gonna ride with you, he's the one who gonna get the benefit of the ark. The one who gonna reject your message and he stop coming with you, this is the one who will be destroyed. Means the ark being made for everybody on earth. And Allah gives you the choice. You wanna go with Noah or not? This is a point. Now somebody gonna tell me, yes, Prophet Noah, he is to own the ark. No. It was not belong to him. It was not belong to the mu'mineen, to the believers, or to the disbelievers, for everybody. And Allah gives a choice. The masjid is open, and the azan is there. Would you like to come? Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. If you don't like, just stay outside. That's all. By your choice, you come here. And also, when people, they ride the ark, by their choice also. That's why, very important, we can understand this. Noah alayhi salam, Allah Azza wa Jal, when Allah destroyed everybody, even including his son, he was crying. He said, Ya Allah, inna ibni min ahli, my son is my son, part of my family. Allah said, no, he's not one of your family. Don't misunderstand, because those who are against the Quran and Islam, they said, the wife of Noah, she make adultery. This son is not the son of Noah. No, as a blood relationship, he was his son. The wife of Noah, she was kafira, disbeliever woman, but she never make any adultery. She never cheat. But she was kafira because she denied the message. And the relationship of the prophets with their families, it is not the blood relationship, it is the action. Like Sayyidina Ibrahim with his father Azar, Rasulullah with his uncle Abu Talib, and Sayyidina Nuh with his son and his wife, Sayyidina Lut with his wife. See? Khalas, you're kafir, that's it. You're not part of me. And Allah said that and giving these rules to Nuh alayhi salam. Anyway, Allah said, فَأَنْجَيْنَاهُ, verse number 15. فأنجيناه وأصحاب السفينة وجعلناها آية للعالمين. So we saved Noah alayhi salam, and his good followers of the ark. And he said, followers of the ark mean أصحاب السفينة. When he said, you're my sahib. Sahib means you're sahib. You own something. أنا صاحب هذه. This means mine. Sahib, I'm your friend. Sahib in Arabic has too many meanings too. Sahib, yes, Sahib al-Manzil. Ana Sahib al-Manzil. I own this house, it's mine. Sahib. Sahib, you're my friend, my Sahib. Subhanallah. When Allah said, Ashab al-Safina means everybody has part of the Safina. Part of the Safina. Safina, the ark for everybody. But don't be like that man. He said, al-Masjid in America for all Muslims. And one brother, he never came to the Masjid for praying. And they came to the Sheikh, he said, Sheikh, you said the Masjid for Muslims. I'm a Muslim. I need my share in the Masjid. He think the Masjid, we're going to give him money. And they never pray. He never came to the Masjid. When you say Ashab al-Safina, Don't tell me. Safina, the ark, it was for the mu'min and the kafir. But the one who chooses to be with Noah alayhi salam, the mu'minin, he been saved. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah saved the Noah and the people of Safina. And we made the event which is the ark, as a great sign for all the world. Subhanallah. Look at this ayah. As I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it for, even when Noah alayhi salam used to build this ark above the mountain, this believer, they used to make fun of him. قال إن تسخروا منا فإنا نسخر منكم كما تسخرون. Every day they used to beat filthy inside the ark. Hey Noah, hey man, yesterday you was claiming that you are a prophet. Today, are you a carpenter? And they make fun of him every day. Are you crazy? In the top of the mountain, how water can reach the top of the mountain? You're building ark in the top of the mountain. Imagine if somebody doing it now, people are gonna kill him. You're crazy. Yes, subhanallah. But Noah alayhi salam, he was not a crazy. He was a messenger. And Allah gives him all the information. Even before, while he was building the ark, during that time, Allah told him, listen, these kafirin, they're going to be destroyed. He gave them by name, but he said, keep it secret, don't tell them. That's why Sayyidina Noah, he said what? رَبِّ لَا تَذَرْ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ دَيَّارٍ. Don't let anyone of them stay on earth. After Allah told him, nobody going to believe, he said, destroy them and their children. After Allah told him, nobody going to believe. Khalas. When he knew that, the mu'min will be mu'min, the kafir will be kafir, Allah, he started making dua against them. إنك إن تذرهم يضل عبادك ولا يلدوا إلا فاجرا كفارا. Started making this dua against them. And they used to mock him. Hey, no. قال إن تسخروا منا. If you mock me today, I will mock you tomorrow. فإنا نسخر منكم كما تسخرون. Tomorrow you will see. The flood is coming. Subhanallah. And everything is opposite, ya Jama'ah. He built the ark above the mountain. And Allah told him, do you know the sign when the water is going to start? He said what? Look at your oven. Oven fire there. When you see the water is gushing from your oven, where is the fire, means that the flood is going to start. See, everything is opposite. Ark above the mountain, water is coming from the oven. What is this? Subhanallah. But this is like Allah Azza wa Jalla is giving him all of that. Let's see, very important to know that we have to learn. If you have, Sayyidina Noah alayhi salam, Prophet Noah, he built up the ark by the knowledge of Allah. Jibreel alayhi salam used to teach him. He was not a carpenter. Jibreel used to tell him, put this nail here, put this rope here. وَحَمَلْنَاهُ عَلَى ذَاتِ أَلْوَاحٍ وَدُسُرٍ. You make it. And they used to listen to Jibreel, and they used to cut trees, and they used to he fix it according to the knowledge of Jibreel alayhi salam. He was his teacher. Noah was not a carpenter alayhi salam. It was a sign. And he said, guys, if you believe if what I'm telling you, or not, anyway, Allah will reward me. Allah is not giving me, if I have 10 mu'mineen, it is different from 50 mu'mineen. Allah will give me more money. No. My job is to deliver the message. If you believe, okay. If not, it's okay too for me. Because anyway, Allah will reward me. And that's why Sayyidina Noah, when he built up the ark for years, for the sake of Allah, we learn something here. If Allah give you money or knowledge, or some kind of capability, help others if you can. Why not? Sayyidina Noah was helping the whole nation. Otherwise, nobody from the human. I consider Noah alayhi salam the father of the humanity after Adam. Because the kuffar, they die, who stayed? فَمَا آمَنَ لَهُ إِلَّا ذُرِّيَّةً وَجْعَلْنَا ذُرِّيَّتَهُ وَجْعَلْنَا ذُرِّيَّتَهُمُ الْبَاقِينَ. We make the offspring, the sibling of Noah, those who last. Means that those Ham, Sam, Yafith, وكذا, the children of Noah, they were the fathers of the humanity. Means all the children of Noah alayhi salam, and those who is last after the flood. Children of his children, that's all, his family. But that's why Noah alayhi salam, with his knowledge and his ability, he was helping. That's why very important to give. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ مَعْلُومٌ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. If you have money, for example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, حَقٌّ مَعْلُومٌ, appointed amount with the quota. If you have money, give zakah. This ayah talks about the zakah. Surah Al-Ma'arij, verse 24. Another ayah, he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, حَقٌّ وفي أموالهم حق, no معلوم, not معلوم. حق للسائل والمحروم. He's talking about the voluntary sadaqah. And this is up to you. And if you give the sadaqah voluntarily, zakah is the right of others. The rights of others. But al-haq, not al-ma'loom, means you talk about the voluntary sadaqah. And now you reach the level of al-ihsan, because Allah did not order you to do that. He said, if you make it, I'll give you more hasanat. But if you did not, there is no punishment. The punishment only for the zakat, the alms. But the voluntarily charity, if you make it, this is, you reach the level of al-ihsan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Dhariyat, verse 15 to 19, إِنَّ الْمُتَّقِينَ فِي جَنَّاتٍ وَعُيُونٍ. The pious ones, they will be in gardens and offsprings in Jannah. أَخِذِينَ مَا آتَاهُمْ رَبُّهُم. Whatever Allah prepared for them in Jannah, they will take it. Why? Why they go to Jannah? Jannah, not Jannah, gardens, too many ones. قال إنهم كانوا قبل ذلك محسنين, because they used to make ihsan. What kind of ihsan? Al-ihsan, the extra more than the farida. For example, you have 5 times day and night you pray. What about if you pray tahajjud, qiyam layl, sunnah muakkada, kaza? This is called ihsan now. Hajj once during your life. What about if you go make hajj more and umrahs more? This is called ihsan. You give zakah. What about if you give more charity? This is called ihsan. You fast Ramadan and after that you fast the voluntarily fasting. That's called ihsan. Ihsan, this is from you. And that's why Allah said, إنهم كانوا قبل ذلك محسنين. They used to make ihsan. They used to do the extra. What they used to do? كانوا قليلا من الليل ما يهجعون. They used to sleep at night but little. Means they used to make tahajjud and qiyam al-layl. وبالأسحار هم يستغفرون. They used to ask Allah for His forgiveness. وفي أموالهم حق للسائل والمحروم. They used to give sadaqah and charity all the time. As I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made this ark and what happened to the people of Noah as a amr ajib, ayah, a sign for all the world until the day of judgment. Allah destroyed the kafirin and the mu'mineen, Allah saved them. After that, Allah mentioned in Surah, the chapter of the spider, Prophet Ibrahim. We're going to give little hint about Prophet Ibrahim too. Prophet Ibrahim was saved from the fire, which is verse number 16, 17, 18. Let me recite the 3 of them because not him. وإبراهيم إذ قال لقومه 16, 17, 18. وإبراهيم إذ قال لقومه اعبدوا الله واتقوه ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. Prophet Ibrahim recall the time when we sent Prophet Ibrahim to his people and he told them worship only Allah alone and fear his punishment. That is better for you if you know. Verse number 17. إنما تعبدون من دون الله أوثانا وتخلقون إفكا إن الذين تعبدون من دون الله لا يملكون لكم رزقا فابتغوا عند الله الرزق واعبدوه واشكروا له إليه ترجعون. Besides Allah, the idols you worship are only false gods, statues, rocks. In fact, these idols do not have power to have you provision or benefit you at all, or any benefit to you. So ask only Allah for His bounty and His blessings. And thank Allah alone subhanahu wa ta'ala, as you will be brought back to Him, to Allah. Yes, last ayah with me, verse number 18. وَإِن تُكَذِّبُوا أي تُكَذِّبُوا Prophet Ibrahim or Prophet Muhammad. This ayah. وَإِن تُكَذِّبُوا فَقَدْ كَذَّبَ مِّن قَبْلِكُمْ وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. And if you deny Allah and distress Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam or deny Prophet Ibrahim, then do not forget the people before you. What happened to them? When they mocked their prophets and they denied them, what happened to them? And it is only the Prophet's mission to deliver. Allah destroyed them. And it is only the Prophet's mission to deliver the clear message, al-balagh al-mubin, the clear message. And he did convey the message as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Look at this ayat about Sayyidina Ibrahim. Sayyidina Ibrahim, he called the people to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. And these people, they used to worship the statues also. Like Prophet Noah's people, they used to worship Waddan wa Suwa'an wa Yaghutha wa Ya'uq wa Nasra. Prophet Salih, Prophet Hud, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, these prophets, their people, they used to worship idols, statues. They used to curve it, they used to make it, and they used to worship it. Imagine that. You have a piece of rock and you curve it, and you make a hand, you make eyes, you make a nose, and you put it, and you say, this is my God. If you make it from wood, from any copper or gold or whatever, like Samari, you make a calf for the people during the time of Sayyidina Musa. From wood, from rocks, whatever, it's all statues, fake. Subhanallah. يعني وتعبدون ما تنحتون. Allah said that you worship something, you curve it, and sometimes they put that statue around the Kaaba, and the strong wind hit the statue, and the statue was falling, and the arm was broken. They come and they fix it second. What kind of God this? And the fox coming and urinate above the head of this statue. And Sayyidina Umar, before his Islam, Al-Khattab, his dad was kafir. He used to keep him in the desert for a couple of days without food. So Sayyidina Umar, he used to make his God from date. And he used to worship his God before Islam. Sayyidina Umar was funny, he was laughing after his Islam because of that. I remember. His wife laughing and wondering. He said, I used to worship that God from a date. He make it. And when I feel hungry, because my dad forget about me, Al-Khattab was Kharban. I was kafir Khattab, the father of Umar ibn Khattab. And I remember I am hungry. I'm sorry, my God. Start eating his God. What kind of people this? Subhanallah. But see, so that's why Sayyidina Ibrahim said, no, don't worship these awthan, statues. And they told Rasulullah, worship them to make us closer to Allah. Allah? No. You have to fear Allah Azza wa Jal, fear His Sifat al-Jalal, and look for His Sifat al-Jamal, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Said people, they don't understand. And also, Allah said, these people, they know only knowledge about the dunya. The best knowledge, the knowledge of the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. Because the knowledge of the deen will benefit you in the hereafter forever. I'm not against the knowledge of the academic knowledge or knowledge of the dunya. But some people, they learn the knowledge of the dunya, and this is dunya short time for them. And this knowledge did not even give them any benefit. Not just that. Sometimes this knowledge harming them. It's giving them harm. When you see a big doctor, a professor, and you ask him, who's your God? He said, my God is a cow. A cow? You are a professor in this big department in the hospital. Professor in knowledge, academic knowledge, but he has no knowledge of dunya, al-akhirah. يعلمون ظاهرا من الحياة وهم عن الآخرة هم غافلون. He's heedless about the akhirah. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, I give you in the Quran, the knowledge of the deen, قانون الصيانة, how to maintain yourself as a Muslim. Do and don't. Do and don't. افعل ولا تفعل. This قانون like a catalog, manual. This is your manual here. Who did create you? Allah. The one who made this cellular phone, he sent the manual with it. How to use it. And how to use this body, how to use it. Read this Quran. You will never gonna be kharban. You will never gonna be kharban. You're gonna be kharban if you neglect this Quran and the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Sayyidina Ibrahim, he told these people, listen guys, you are just worshipping statues. And this is lie, big lie, what you're worshipping. Don't deceive yourselves. Subhanallah. These statues, they cannot provide for you your rizq, food. Who gives you food? Allah Azza wa Jal. Not these statues. Subhanallah. And seek rizq and the blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal, not from these statues. And worship Allah alone and be grateful to Allah. Why? Because all of you are going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These statues never gonna benefit you. And they said, for example, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stop giving you rain, a couple of days you're gonna die, all of you. These statues give you rain? Give you food? No. Subhanallah. Even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, يعني even in the example in Arabic, they said, اللي يأكل لقمتي يسمع كلمتي. صح ولا لا? If you eat my food, your son in the house, when you give him order, he make like this. No, I'm not listening. La. You still, I'm spending for you. I'm taking care of you. And you eating my food. Means you have to listen to what I'm telling you. When you get out and you become independent, you go do whatever you want. اللي يأكل لقمتي, if you eat my food, يسمع كلمتي. Listen to me, I'm your dad. I'm still spending for you, working for you. That's why Allah is feeding you, and you listen to somebody else, you worship someone else, you're grateful to someone else. No, subhanallah. Allah Azza wa Jal, the one who gives the rizq. Do you know, when you look at the women, for example, how Allah did create the women? Do you know why women, they get their period every month, this blood? Because Allah wanna punish her? No. Do you know this blood? It's the blood of the baby. Sah? Because when she became pregnant, there is no blood anymore, right? Why? Where is the blood is going? Allah is telling this blood to the baby to get the food through this blood. Yes, otherwise, if there is no pregnancy, what happens? This blood is going and very stinky. So when I get, this is the rizq of the baby. Wallahi, read about it. Read about it. Allah knows what He's doing, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even that baby, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving him rizq, subhanallah, inside the uterus of his mom, subhanallah. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He guaranteed the rizq for you. And He said, فَابْتَغُوا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الرِّزْقِ. Seek your rizq from Allah. Allah the one who give you rizq. Subhanallah. قال فإن لم تعبدوه, If you did not worship Allah because He's feeding you, maybe somebody said, I'm rich, I don't need Allah anymore. Some people, they think like this nowadays. I'm self-sufficient. I'm super rich, I don't need Allah. He became atheist. They think he became strong, mashallah. طيب. Worship Allah, not because He's feeding you, because you're going back, you're returning back to Him. طيب, subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is spoiling us a lot. Do you imagine that? 15 years in the beginning of our lives, you was playing, eating, drinking, and Allah never asked you to pray one rak'ah, right? Until you became mature. Did He ask you to pray when you are, until you said you became 10? Now He's training your child, whatever, 7 to 10, and like that. But you was playing, enjoying, eating, drinking. Allah did not ask you for anything. Even if you became very old, 100, whatever, you were not able to stand on to pray, Allah will, if you pray all of your life, Allah will consider you're praying even if you're not praying. See? Allah Azza wa Jal, He did not ask you for too much. Just be grateful to Him, Azza wa Jal. And the more you will be grateful to Allah, more Allah will give you extras. وَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ وَاشْكُرُوهُ اعْبُدُوهُ وَاشْكُرُوهُ. Worship Allah and be grateful to Him. And you have to receive Allah's bounty with what? Saying, Alhamdulillah. More you say, Alhamdulillah, you will be grateful to Allah. He says, وَلَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you will be grateful to Allah, He will give you extras, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Al-ayah said, وَإِن تُكَذِّبُوا فَقَدْ كَذَّبَ مِن قَبْلِكُم. If you deny the messenger, to many nations before you, they denied their messengers. But what happened to them? Allah destroyed them. For these people, they denied the messengers. Why? Because they did not want to get a taklif to pray and to follow the revelation. And while Allah Azza wa Jal honored us and He gave you the choice. Did Allah give the choice to the heaven, to the earth, to the mountains? No. Everything in universe has no choice. Maybe Allah gave them in the beginning. قال للسماوات والأرض ائتيا طوعا أو كرها قالتا أتينا طوعا. Are you come to me willingly and unwillingly? They said, Ya Rabbi, come to you willingly. See, since that time Allah gave the choice to the heaven, to the earth, everything, they said, Ya Rabbi, we are willingly coming to you. Don't give us the choice. We don't need the choice. إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها. Allah showed the amana to the heavens, to the earth, to the mother. They refused it. They said, Ya Rabbi, we're gonna obey you, خلاص, don't give us the choice. Who get the choice? وحملها الإنسان الخربان. أيوة, الإنسان, he's the one who said, Ya Rabbi, yes, I like the choice. Why? Because he depend on his mind, brain. He said, I have brain. Allah honored me. He gave me brain. I can choose between two things. That's why he carried the amana and he did not realize the responsibility of the amana. And the only one Allah gave him the choice is insan. And he's the only one who disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See, all the universe, everything, subhanallah, glorifying, praising, praying to Allah. Al-Kawn kullu, wa in min shay'in illa yusabbihu bihamd. Every shay, everything, glorifying Allah's name. But look at this ayah, verse number 18, the chapter of Al-Hajj. أَلَمْ تَرَ أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَسْجُدُ لَهُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Everything in the heaven and the earth prostrating themselves to Allah. وَالشَّمْس, the sun. وَالْقَمَرْ, the moon. وَالنُّجُوم, the stars. وَالْجِبَالِ, the mountains. وَالشَّجَرْ, the trees. وَالدَّوَابِ, all the animals, whatever lives on earth, they are prostrating themselves. وَكَثِيرٌ مِنَ النَّاسِ, too many people, they are bowing, prostrating like you, prostrating to Allah. وَكَثِيرٌ, and too many, حَقَّ عَلَيْهِ الْعَذَابِ. They will be punished because they disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-Qaida, al-Kull yasjud. Everything being created by Allah is bowing and prostrating to Allah, except istithna al-insan, you. Except al-insan, because Allah gave him the choice. Too many they are disobeying, and some they are obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Allah said, if you disobey Prophet Muhammad or disobey Prophet Ibrahim and his message, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will destroy you the way he destroyed the people before you. طيب. Anyway, the Nabi or the messenger is not waiting for us to give him the money or wages for what is his job. The Nabi said, Allah said, إِنَّ عَلَيْكَ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغِ. You deliver the message, don't worry. Guys, I'm delivering the message. If you obey me, obey me. If not, it's up to you. Anyway, Allah either if you obey or not, I will get my reward from Allah because I did the message. I did my job. That's why you are the one who will be harmed, you, if you disobey Allah. And the one who's going to get the benefit, you, if you obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will finish with this. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when his people, they used to reject his da'wah, he was very sad. And Allah mentioned that in the Holy Quran. And Allah told Rasulullah, you deliver the message, Ya Rasulullah, this is your job. ليس عليك هداهم ولكن الله يهدي من يشاء. Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 272. You cannot guide people, I am the one who guide them. Guidance is not in your hand, Ya Rasulullah. And in Surah Al-Shu'ara, verse number 3, Rasul was so sad when people rejected his da'wah. And Allah told him, لَعَلَّكَ بَاخِعٌ نَفْسَكَ أَلَّا يَكُونُوا مُؤْمِنِينَ. Are you going to kill yourself out of your sadness, not physically? Because some Muslims, they said Rasulullah was about to throw himself from the mountain. This is fake. Never. Rasulullah out of his sadness can kill you because people rejected his da'wah. Don't worry, Ya Rasulullah. And when Allah Azza wa Jal, after he give him some blames, he makes him happy. I will finish with this. He said, Surah Al-Duha. والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى. And Allah will give you, Muhammad, until you will be satisfied. And the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, this is my chance now. I will take the opportunity. What is his opportunity? Allah said, I will give you, Ya Rasulullah, until you will be satisfied. And the Rasulullah told him, Ya Rab, I will not be satisfied while one of my ummah in the hellfire. Yes. You want me to be satisfied? Take all of my ummah, my followers, to Jannah. I will not be happy while one of my ummah, one person, into the hellfire. That's why لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أو أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. The job of the Prophet to deliver the message. That's all. We'll continue tomorrow.